Absolutely, yes, it does. Also, call me a turkey, nah, son. It's far going Leghorn to you. Oh,
We're
hey,
live
we're
though,
live.
so let's dig in.
Yep. So, hi, what's up? My name is Rick Gleason. All my teams absolutely suck. My Lakers are absolute booty.
That's
We
how you
got
do it.
destroyed last night. Absolute trash. We need a big man. No diddy. We that Mark Williams trade would have really helped out last night.
Yo, the fact that you said we need a big man and you came in spitting fire.
I'm mad because I'm watching those broke Knicks over here losing too.
Yo, I don't know what's going on, man. Listen, the Lakers. I thought when the playoffs first started, I thought they had a legit shot.
Yep,
The way they were playing, I don't know if it's just like you said. They need a big man, no Diddy,
yep.
but they just I don't know, man. They're just old. Like Bron,
It's not even just old. It's just they're hurt too. I don't want to. There's no excuses. Minnesota was a better team. They're a better team to start off with.
no,
But man, when Rudy Gobert gets 27 points and 24 rebounds,
no,
he deserves to lose.
and that's the thing too. I think with Luca coming through halfway through the year, I mean they
Mhm.
were gelling, but they Brian, as great as he is, he still needs his second guy's got to be like head over
Uh,
heels. You
he's got to
can't
be a
take your
killer.
wheels off.
So I'm never to be one of those men who always do old Jordan and LeBron debate. I will say this: this is the first time since LeBron's been on the Lakers where I'm like, damn man, I wish we had Kobe right now because Kobe would have ignored everyone in this world and took it over and did something. They
But
have some control.
I think that's the difference too with Brian and Kobe. I think not that Brian don't got that in him,
Hmm.
but with Kobe, it never turned off.
Yeah, it never did.
Never turned off.
The
Listen,
Mamba.
welcome, Bear Banter.
Oh yeah, hey Bear Banner. We didn't even do an
Episode
intro.
5. Are we here?
Yeah, we're here.
Episode 5.
I'm so mad I've got to do the damn intro.
Listen, episode 5. Well, I get your frustration coming off that loss, the Lakers. That was a gentleman's sweep. I mean, that had to be frustrating. Where do you
Yeah,
think? Did you hear him post game?
yes, I did. Ant Man, Superman, Batman, Lakers in five.
Not only that though, yo, I feel like the reporters were trying to like bait him into saying like, yo, this was my last go around. I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
retire.
yeah.
Where do you think he's at with that?
As long as Bronny's still there, he's good. He'll be there. I don't think he's leaving anytime soon, but I think the Lakers is going to be his last stop unless Bryce comes in the league sooner than he thinks.
Well, that would be well, Bryce. He's going to Arizona next year, so he's got one more year
Yeah.
potentially. If he goes to Arizona and kills, enters a draft,
Yep.
then Brian, that'd be crazy though if they because how would he orchestrate Bryce to the Lakers too?
He would. It would work.
That's
It ain't too
crazy.
bad.
That's crazy. But yeah,
I
no,
got
but
myself another NA running on 50 days of no drinks. Nice little hoppy IPA, a little hazy.
shout out to you on that journey still, bro. I know the Mayor's Gala. Shout out, it's May
Oh,
1st.
that's my comeback day, boy.
That's
Y'all better hide those Utica Club lights.
we're about 30 days out from that. And I
Hmm.
actually just ran into Mayor Mike. Shout out Mayor Mike.
Yep.
Um, I was driving by, they were planting trees at Kimball Park, which is amazing.
Okay.
So I want to give a shout out to Mayor Mike being out in the field, in the park, literally planting trees. I was like, yo, what are they doing?
Yeah.
They had some like
It was
environmental.
I think what May Day, I believe the national day is today.
Really? I didn't
It's
know that.
actually a thing. It's not the day where people post those horrible Justin Timberlake memes. There's actually a day for May Day.
Mayday. So shout out to Mayday too.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Also, speaking of Utica stuff, did you see? There's. I'm not going to get into it deeply because I don't want to divide some people up in here. But there was a lovely protest on United Square today.
Another one? In reference to what?
It was more so like for the orange man in charge. Like it was peaceful, but you got some folks.
You want to take it there, man?
No, I do not. Mm-mm.
Listen, here on Bear Banter, man, we don't really want to get political, but sometimes we got to touch on these current events.
Yep.
And I think as controversial as the president is, sometimes we got to talk about him, man. What are you going to do? And we brought up Kanye like 3 or 4 times this season. Got to talk about Trump. We got to talk about Trump a little bit. As
Yeah.
much as I hate to do it, it's kind of crazy, bro.
Yeah. Me too. I don't. And that's something too. Like enough. Like working like bartending. That's a really rough time. Like
But
when people get into politics, you don't want to do that, especially with alcohol involved. There's common sense is gone. The alcohol's talking for them. Not that I've had to like thrown anyone out or anything, but you just gotta like lighten the mood or like cut it out.
what's crazy? I didn't even think about it that from that perspective for you being a bartender and people
Hmm.
bringing up random shit. You never know what a person's going to bring you, like conversation wise, when they come through those doors.
Yeah.
And you got to entertain it because you're working and you have to be a good bartender.
Yeah. In a sense, you don't have to be a good one, but
No, but I get it though, bro. No one likes talking about religion, politics. I think though sometimes you do have to have those tough conversations just to kind of like
yeah.
break the ice with people.
I'd
You know,
rather do that with no alcohol
facts. That's a fact.
because you don't want to. You might get a little loose in the lips, and
You know what the problem is though? When people talk to each other and they communicate, I think it's okay to have difference of opinions. That's what I
yeah,
don't understand. Like why people like I've never been a person that's like, yo, I need you to think like me.
yeah.
Like,
You're
like
not changing. You're not going to change
no,
someone's mind.
you think the way you think. I mean, I don't know what went through or what life experiences shaped your beliefs. So
Yeah,
I'll go ahead. You stay over there, and I'm gonna stay in my thoughts with how I feel, and that's okay. I think
yep.
we got to get to that point. A lot of people do.
Yeah, like it's almost like sometimes they're talking at you and not to you.
Facts.
And like
Facts.
you respond, but they're not actually listening to your response, and they keep going on and on about the certain topic, and it's not enjoyable.
You're right. They're waiting to respond instead of like being receptive of whatever or letting it resonate, whatever you guys are talking about,
Yeah,
which is crazy. And that, bro, that's the world we live in. Like in today's world, you get in communication, talking with anybody, you see it.
and then especially over the internet, oh no,
That
that's
that
even worse.
we were talking, and that's funny. We brought it up in the group chat. We got to
Hmm.
get one of those dudes on here, Adam, one day. But like
Yep,
Joey P with the social media post. Shout out to my boy Joey P,
stirring it up.
stirring it up. But honestly, those conversations, those are the ones that people need to have. I mean, I hate that it happens like that.
Yeah.
But Joey P, we know him in his heart, what he was trying to, what I
Hmm.
mean, convey through those messages and those posts. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, if you don't know him,
Yeah.
you see he's just trying to stir the pot, but he's not trying to stir the pot. He's giving
Also, too, let me get this out there too while we're on that. Shout out to Clinton teachers. Shout out to Clinton.
absolutely
Shout out to
100%.
all of them.
No, 1,000%. I love stories like that. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the sense of like just like the toxicity of it or
Yeah.
like the way people perceive it, but I'm saying like just in general.
There's coming under fire right now. No Diddy, but like it's ridiculous. That's all I gotta say.
It's crazy you mentioned Diddy again. His case has got to be happening soon, doesn't it? The
Ooh, he did it. It's a wrap.
I think that's probably you remember when we were younger, the OJ case
Oh
was
yeah.
on, it was on TV.
You mean that other Uncle Juice?
Yeah, that is crazy too. I didn't even think about that in the moment. But I was thinking about will Diddy's case be like televised?
Yeah. Oh, can you? You can do certain things. I think right. You can't do the whole trial.
I was thinking because how big it is and then like the anticipation behind it, I could see them blowing it up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because they've been waiting for this and like Diddy's like still claiming innocence and he's saying he's not guilty. So like people want to see the trial.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
legally, I don't think they can actually film the whole trial. You can
No
correct
way.
me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like the results and like
Yeah, it's gotta
sentencing.
be. But I'm telling you right now, bro, we're gonna see parts of this.
Oh yeah, of course.
1,000% because it's a big deal right now. I think in the entertainment industry because Diddy's tied to so many things and so many
Yep.
people. People been waiting. been a year now, right?
Yeah, it has been exactly a year.
Well, actually, a little over. He got arrested last March, I believe. I wanted to get into. We talked about it all week, and I know it's been all over the news, but the whole like Shedeur Sanders thing,
Mm-hmm.
and like,
oh, cool! Another cool story about another one of my stupid favorite teams doing something stupid.
NFL draft. Actually, yeah, let's touch on the NFL draft. Both our teams. I think the Bills did pretty good with the draft.
But no. See, I would like to talk about Atlanta in the draft, but no, we got to talk about our defensive coordinator's son, who pranked Shedeur.
How crazy is that?
I can't win. I need something. I need something this year. Toronto Blue Jays, please. If y'all don't do something, it's a wrap for me. I'm going in hiding for like 3 years. I can't take this heartbreak anymore.
At some point, it's gotta bounce. You'll bounce back with your teams, man.
I thought it was going to be Duke. I mean, Lakers were not a long shot, but I thought we were going to be further than the first round. Flyers, trash. I'm done. Never mind. But yeah.
Bro, all things considered, though, with the Lakers specifically, brand new coach, just I think Luka
You mean
came
my
in
favorite
halfway through
college
the year.
athlete of all time, the GOAT?
They still had a great year, I think.
Yeah, really good year.
I mean, with
No
all
one
things
thought we were going
considered,
to win the championship,
all things
especially with a
considered,
rush job of a trade that we did.
bro, when it came together, though, no one expected them to gel right away.
Yeah.
But
Back on
that
Shedeur, no, did it?
yeah, the Shedeur thing, and you mentioned the offensive Ulbrich and his
Yep.
son. It's just even that whole situation. That's wild to me. How does your
Like,
son get access to that? Just the whole story. I don't believe it.
I'm like, how does the agent? I think the agent's at fault for this one.
Facts. Facts.
Like, there's no way some civilian should be able to get his phone number.
Exactly. No, it's crazy to me, bro. And the fact that, I mean, I think that he got a $200,000 fine, and then, or no,
I
the
think
fact
no,
that
the team got two. Of course, the team got 250,000, and then Jeff Albrecht got 100,000.
it's crazy because his son, though, like, bro, what are you thinking? And they're like saying this kid, like this dude's like 21 years old in
Yep,
college. Like, bro, you know better. What the fuck are you doing?
stupid.
Retarded, bro.
Oh,
Not only that, why wouldn't didn't the Falcons? Nah, I guess because they got Michael Penix. I was gonna say, why wouldn't they even consider drafting Shedeur? They
because
wouldn't
we just
accept.
drafted Michael Phoenix last year.
Yeah, Penix. No, it wouldn't matter. No, I wasn't even thinking because I was thinking Dion was a Falcon too, wasn't he?
Yeah, one of the best cornerback in our history.
But I don't know why I remember him as a Cowboy.
Well, because he didn't. He might have been on that championship team, but he was on the 49ers, and then he went to Dallas, and then after Dallas, I think his last stop was Baltimore.
Baltimore, yeah. I remember that.
It
I
was like a
remember
year or
Baltimore.
two.
I remember Baltimore, Dion.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the jersey right now, 100%.
Oh,
The thing with Shedeur, the whole Shedeur situation, why, like, my whole thing is leading up to the whole thing, he was supposed to be, I forgot what he was projected, like maybe
he was
3 or
supposed to be at
4,
least first top 10.
definitely in the first round, though,
Mm-hmm.
if not beginning of the second. So, like, and I know a million analysts, ESPN, everyone's talked about this already, but for
Yeah.
me, you can't tell me, like, that's not a personal thing
Oh no,
against
it
you.
was
Super personal.
after the second round. That's someone should have stepped in and like, hey, talk to all these GMs. There's like no way this kid should fall that deep.
You think it's more just about Dion and the Flash? It's because I hate that
Yep.
they're kind of making it a race thing, but I don't think it's a
Eh,
race thing. I don't see the race. I mean, I don't see it because you know what they
Here's the
said.
thing.
They compared them. So listen, so Cam Ward was
Mm-hmm.
real like low key. His
Yeah.
parents were low key. They were
You
like,
mean
yeah,
the most non-talked about number one pick of all time?
but the way he was carrying himself, he was very. He didn't have no chain on. They were
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's the black that they accept, which is
Mm.
crazy. That's
Ooh.
crazy. I've heard that narrative.
Say that again.
They were saying like because Cam Ward and his family and his parents, they were
Mm-hmm.
just so like reserved and like low key
Yeah.
and like quiet they were like, that's what the NFL, like that's
Yeah,
the type of black family they want to
the
take
black
in,
that they will accept.
aside from like, or
Mm,
compared to the Sanders family,
yeah,
which is crazy, bro. I mean, that's a wild narrative. That's crazy.
it is.
So
In 2025.
there's levels of blackness that they accept. I mean, it's a narrative. I mean, I'm not saying that. That's not coming from Keith Brown's mouth. I'm just
Yeah,
saying that's what I heard. Um, I just think it's wild, though, bro.
it is.
It's sad that this kid has to go through this. Granted, I know Shedeur has everything. They're well off. They're rich. They got money. But
Hmm.
yo, come on, man. Why you playing with a dude's emotions like that?
And part of it though too, I heard an announcer. I think I might have mentioned this last week, mentioning how it's a lot of the commentators and everyone's fault, like for making this like he was going to be a top 10. Like, and if he's not, he's a bust. They should let these kids go in like a open mind of where they're going to be. You don't have to put all this pressure on them at having to be a top 10 pick or a whatever pick.
Yes. You put the pressure on for sure. I think the media publicity didn't help because, like I said, the first 6 months leading up to the draft, all you heard was Shedeur maybe even being number one at one point.
Yeah.
So for him to slip to 5 is great. And then Cleveland, even why would you? Didn't they take the kid before him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they took from Oregon.
it's wild. Dylan Gabriel. Never heard of him till that day. Actually, I
Yeah.
can't say that. I did hear of him because he played at Oregon, but I didn't hear of him on a Shedeur Sanders level. Bro.
Yeah.
Just crazy, man. It's crazy how it works, though.
It's just weird.
What do you think? Like, as far as him being in the league now, obviously Cleveland's got 5 quarterbacks. You think he's got a shot make the team?
Yeah, because that Watson contract's getting moved somehow. He'll be gone.
Yeah.
They're going to either trade Dylan or Kenny Pickett, and then he'll
Oh
slip
yeah,
right in.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
no
I didn't
way.
think about it. They could just trade those guys because they got that is. I mean, both of those guys could be backup quarterbacks somewhere
Yeah,
else, especially Pickett. He's not a star.
and then dude from Baltimore, I always forget his name, and then he was just on the Colts last year. Who they signed?
Wait,
Oh my
dude
God,
from Baltimore. Who you
he
talking
won
about?
a championship with them. I don't know
What
why I can't
position?
think of his name right now.
What position?
They signed him. He was like he might be their starter. He was just on the Colts last year.
Wait. Flacco?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, Joe Flacco. Yeah, he's old though. He's like 40 years old.
yeah. So there's a chance he might, if or when he gets hurt.
Dude was bagging groceries a month ago.
Yeah, don't worry,
They,
Shedor's gonna play.
they pulled him off the grocery store, bro.
The old Kurt Warner strategy, huh?
So basically, Shador's got a shot. If he walks in the building, proves himself, works his ass off,
Yeah,
he may actually start this year at some point.
he will.
See what happens. Did you see anything about that? It's wild right now. The Shannon Sharp situation.
Anything? I've seen everything. This is a hell of a time for Shannon right now.
Yeah.
I saw a video of him cussing on air. That's how bad it is.
You know, I knew he was a wild dude when that one time he went like IG live saying some wild shit.
Yeah.
Like he was like sweet nothings and then some chicks here. And he was like, he didn't know how he went IG live.
Yep. Oh, Michelle. No.
No, bro. That's exactly Yo,
No,
Uncle
no,
Shay,
Stephen A, let me tell you. Let me tell you, Steve. No, I can't even do it. Come
yo,
on, Skip.
Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Juice's Uncle Shay Shay
No.
impression. Bro,
No. Don't
wow.
put me in that same realm.
You know what's crazy? They
Mm-hmm.
said so the OnlyFans model that Shannon was messing with,
Yeah.
she's like some like 19-year-old, like super skinny.
Of
Like
course.
no curves, any like not that whatever he likes, he likes. I'm just saying it
Yeah.
was weird to me because he's like a big brolic, like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
why you messing with these like young, like teenage
Listen,
looking girls?
Monique told him. Monique told him on there he needs to settle down, get himself an older woman.
Yeah, he bugged
Nope.
out, bro. He another one. I think he caught up in it too. And then
And
what you say,
Cat Williams told him too. Back to back people told him.
you know what bugged me out though? She said I read somewhere she was like 25,000 a cheek. What was that about? Like he
So, what?
He was paying her, some shit about this is real shit. Look this up. Everybody watching this. If you didn't know, now you know. There was something about 25K for each cheek he had to pay her. I don't know what world we live in. Like I don't know. But this is the shit we're reading about.
That is stressing me out thinking about that.
25K each cheek.
Sarah J wouldn't say that.
What? No, this dude is diabolical. Sarah J is definitely the GOAT, man. She got brought up twice on Bear Banter.
Yep.
I already know what it is.
That's a guess we got to get.
Yeah, could you imagine?
She's obtainable.
She may do it remote. You know what I mean? Like this. How crazy is that? Sarah J segment is wild.
Yep. A
Dude,
weekly dedication.
let's segue into some local shit going on in Utica.
Mm-hmm.
Let's switch gears. You got Wine in the Wilderness coming up. You see I tagged you in it?
Yeah, was it in June, right?
Dude's got to make a move, man. It's May now, though. The weather's finally breaking, man. I'm waiting for. I heard there's no more Saranac Thursday, though.
No, that's a local gripe of mine. They don't need to make money.
True.
They have enough of the contracts they're doing for they're brewing like Guinness White or something like that too, and that's a lot of money in itself. They're acquiring other breweries, so I mean,
I get it.
Locals.
I guess technically you don't really need Saranac Thursday to go down to Barrick.
No,
You
but it'd be nice.
I think once the weather breaks, like really breaks, and it's nice out consistently, people are going to be outside. I think they've been waiting. We had a rough winter.
Yeah, what we need is a good old summertime.
You know what's crazy, bro? I was talking to a few people about it, and I wanted it to come to fruition. But really, I could see. I think I want to pick Mayor Mike's brain about it. Someone like that. I want to see what he thinks because I don't see why we can't do it.
I know.
It's not a hard thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. It's a carnival downtown. You know what I mean? Block the street off, get vendors.
I mean, we do the New Year's thing.
Do the New Year's thing. It'd be amazing. Bring it back. I'm actually, whoever sees this, I'm going to send this. I'm going to make sure I clip this part.
Yeah.
And, good old summertime, man. I spent a good amount of my childhood at each one of those.
Yep.
And how epic was it, man? Like, bro, that experience, amazing.
Summertime in Utica, like that. Also, too, I don't get to see these anymore because I worked that night. But those performances at was it Copernic Park right by Munson?
Oh man, yeah, Living Down. No, it's not Living Downtown. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's like a series.
Yeah,
they call it something. I can't think of the name right now.
Yeah, but it's right across from Munson. They do like all different kind of
Right
acts
on
there.
that side street. They set up a stage. Copernic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I do. I've never been down to a show there, but I've saw videos of people like in content down there when people perform.
That's something. It's a time down there. I've been to a couple before I was like closing on Monday nights.
I got to make a point to make my way down there this summer. I definitely want to get some content at one of those. Even the Munson events.
Yeah. Oh, just walk around, get the art. Like people always complain that there's nothing to do in Utica, but they're not actually looking to do anything in Utica.
Facts. Munson is actually dope. I walked in there, and it's been a minute, like years before I ever walked in there. Like maybe I was in school, but I walked in there recently, like a month, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And the lady, she just let me walk around a little bit, bro. It's beautiful.
Very inviting. Art's pretty dope.
And they're like, when you walk in, they're pretty welcoming. If there's nothing going on,
yeah,
like they'll let you rock. It's a vibe.
They will.
People don't take advantage of that enough. I think hop up at Munson, man. Look up the site. There's always events going on. Art shows.
Like a Munson After Dark. They're doing like stuff like that's pretty dope.
We should check one of those out. I did see that online because that looks like that's probably vibe too, bro.
Yeah, that stuff at Portofino looks pretty dope. There's so many events going around. Like,
shout out D King. I was at his. I went to the Portofino networking show. This was maybe last Friday.
Oh yeah, I caught you creeping in 4K.
Oh, you saw me?
Yep.
No, it was a vibe though, man. It was a
Hmm.
vibe. I told Cornelius, bro. You know what's crazy at his events? It's a lot of women at his events.
Yes,
Not
there
a lot
is.
of guys, bro. A lot of women. So D King, whatever you're doing, promotion wise, keep doing what you're doing, man. Because the women to man ratio it's got to be five or
And then
six
he's
to one.
doing May 25th, I believe it is, the brown sugar brunch at Portofino.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Send me the link.
Yeah, I
I'm there.
just saw the flyer today.
I'm there. That's we're locked in for that, bro.
Yeah.
I want to hit. So you and I together, Bear Banter style. We got to hit as many events and just have some more moments live, out and about.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know what I'm
outside this
saying?
summer. I'll be out here.
We'll start clipping it up, doing random shit, Bear Banter in effect.
Hmm.
If you see me with the camera, you see Uncle Juice.
What do you
We
mean
may
if? When?
listen. We may throw you on camera, and we may have a time. You never know.
Yeah. Just, be a little inviting.
100%, man.
Talk to your guys.
I
We're
gotta
here.
listen. I gotta pull up the beer hub soon. We gotta have another
Listen,
chop up session
I'll be there 12 to 7 on Saturday.
Saturday. Yeah, that may be the move.
It's going to be crappy out. Like, just come on down.
We gotta make it happen. We still do. We got an episode in Beer Hub. We're gonna film
Yep.
it there. Be on the
Get
lookout for that.
there.
We're gonna
Hit
make
up
that happen.
Buju.
Maybe that in the next two. Maybe not the next one. Maybe the one after that.
Yeah.
We'll sit down at the hub and really make it happen, bro.
Yep.
But yo,
Yep.
Beer Banter, episode 5. Your boys. Any last words you want to touch on?
Yeah. The Knicks suck.
Dude, I just refreshed my page and I'm like, yo, don't do this to
They're
me. Don't
they're about
do
to go
this to me.
7. This series
We're
is going to go
up.
7.
This is what I'm saying. Don't do this to me right now. We gotta hold that. Listen, it's third quarter. We got about 7 minutes left, it looks like.
Yep.
Let's get into it, man.
This
So I
is.
want to tap in. I want to watch this fourth quarter. Pray
Yep.
for us, man. Hopefully we can close out this series tonight. That'd be huge for us. Get
And they
some
get ready to
rest.
get eviscerated by Boston.
I don't want to take this 7 games with these guys. I want to end it tonight.
Yeah.
You know, because we're playing against some dogs, man. Detroit's been tough. We'll get through it though, man. Go
Yep.
Knicks. We're still in it. Lakers are out.
Thank. Thank you.
Yeah. Yo, listen though, bro. Shout out to
Yep.
everybody tapped in with us. The fan following us. Bear Banter audience out there. We love you. Uncle Juice,
Thank you for loving us back.
my guy. Yo, keep doing what you're doing, handsome.
All right, brother.
Yo, I
Be
see that
good.
back though, real quick. What's on the fit? I just peeped it. Okay.
Just an old Anaheim. Sorry, California Angels fitted.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Throwback. You know, I'm representing local, man. Shout out Walk in My Closet.
Yep.
Yeah. This is beautiful. What is this, velvet? Look
Nope.
at that. You see the material? You see the
Listen,
material?
you need some velvet hats. I got some of those too.
Facts. Yo, Bear Banter, season 5, episode 5. We love you. My
Be
God.
good.
Turkey. I called the turkey to end it.